What's up, everybody? My name's Jonah. I'm one of the banking bros here with the Money Multiplier. And today's video is all about the power of loan repayment when it comes to repaying those loans inside your infinite banking or privatized banking policies. Now, in this example, we're using a real-life policy. This is actually a policy that a friend of mine owns here in the upstate of South Carolina. They're depositing $5,000 into their policy each and every year. And I illustrated this to them on a personal basis, and I just thought, you know what? Everybody's got to see this. Look at how powerful this is. So, to start off this example, I'm going to show you our money buckets. Now, you've probably seen these illustrated through cups if you follow us on social media. And just in case you aren't, that's at the Banking Bros on Instagram, TikTok, all that other good stuff. But for the example here today, let's start with those three money buckets. We've got our premium deposit bucket, our cash value bucket, and our death benefit bucket. Now the premiums of $5,000 are deposited into the premium deposit bucket. And every time that happens, each year, once a year when that happens, the insurance company provides cash value and provides death benefit. Now, in this particular example, we've illustrated what the next 20 years of this policy looks like if the policy owner just continues to put in $5,000 for the first 5 years and then drops the premium to $2,120 each year after that. What's important here is we look at the cash values that are guaranteed, okay? So $2,600 in the first year, $2,800 in the second year, and then it goes up from there. Let's stay on task and let's talk about the way that they use the money to set up the repayment. So, to use the money, they had a car note, it was a BMW car, and they owed about $8,500 as the total balance remaining. The company was charging 5% interest, there was a $300 monthly payment, and they had 31 scheduled months remaining to pay off this vehicle. Now, let's just do some quick math just to make sure we're on the same page. $85.25 as the loan balance, 5% interest rate, 31 months remaining puts their monthly payment at $300. Well, if you take $300, multiply by 31, you'll actually come out with $9,092.08. Now I'm adding in the interest just so you all are aware. What that means is we've got $8,500 in principal and about $567 in interest. So watch this. They're going to deposit into their policy $5,000 to start their second year of their premiums. Now, of course, the same thing happens. Anytime you put premiums in your policy, the insurance company provides cash value and a death benefit. And after 2 years worth of premium deposits, the cash value accumulated was $2,641 plus $2,888, which means they had cash value of $5,500 at their fingertips ready to use. Watch this. Remember that BMW they were interested in paying down? Well, here's the amortization table on the BMW. Now again, they didn't use their policy loan to start off their policy right away. And in real life, we would never tell you that you have to wait. You certainly can wait if you're interested in doing so. And in this particular example, the person waited until month 13, the start of year 2, to take their policy loans. So here's the amortization table on the car for those first 12 months and the first month of policy year number 2. They pay their car down from $8,500 all the way down to $5,000. And of course, they had just over $5,000 available in their policy. So what they did is took a cash value loan of $5,000 out of their policy. For all of those who are following along with our money buckets, when you take a cash value loan, the cash value comes out of the cash value cup. That's because you just used it. The death benefit also decreases by the exact amount of cash value that you borrowed. But here's what's important. The premium deposit stays exactly the same. With $5,000 of a cash value loan, they have enough money to pay off that car. So in 13 months, the BMW is completely paid in full. It's paid off, right? What we just did is instead of taking 31 months to pay off the BMW, we paid it off in 13. Well, if you pay it off in 13 months, then that means 18 months were actually saved where you don't have to send $300 to the car company at all. And so what this person is going to do is now start to repay their policy loan at $300 a month for the next 18 months. Let's do some math. $300 a month is going in here for the next 18 months. Anytime you repay your cash value, not only do you keep the money, that's so important. The money repaid goes right back into your cash value cup. You can use this money again and also replenishes your death benefit at the same time. But first, let's do some quick math. $300 going in 18 times is $5,400. Now reminder, we only took a policy loan of $5,000. So that's $5,000 repaid in principal, but $400 repaid in interest. The first $5,000 of principal repayments go into their cash value, $300 at a time. But the extra $400 of interest, or commonly known in the banking world as PUA, paid up additions, goes back into their premium deposit. And what happens when money goes into your premium deposit? Your cash value increases and your death benefit increases. So now let's look at the policy illustrations on where they started and what their policy is doing now. So as you can see on the left, we have where they started. This is the original policy illustration. On the right, you have the policy illustration with a $400 increase in year 2. They've repaid all of their loan and added $400 to their paid up additions, which goes into their premium deposit cup, their bucket. At the very bottom of the sheet, you can see some totals, and this is where it gets fun. Instead of just a $400 increase, because that's what they put back in over and above what they took out, you'll actually notice that instead of $59,000 at the end of 20 years, they've got $60,316. That is a $700 increase with a $400 injection. Now just think what would happen if they continued to take out loans and repay loans every single year moving forward. Not only do you keep all the money, because all repayments go back in your cash value cup, in your cash value bucket, where it's accessible and you can use it again. Not only that, but all interest earned or paid up additions paid would go into their premium deposit, increasing the value of their infinite banking, privatized banking policy each and every year. That is the power of repayment. That is how your policy, even though privately owned, even though you're repaying back a policy that you own and control, which is not a requirement, even though you don't have to. That's why you should. You haven't lost the money, and your money will now grow exponentially each and every year. $400 injection, $700 of growth over 20 years. Imagine what could happen if you rinsed and repeated, if you practiced the infinite banking concept in your life and did that over and over with maybe more cars to pay off, or maybe purchasing new cars or paying off bills or whatever it might, whatever you are into. Imagine if you just continued. That's the power of repayment, and that's this video.